Hi my dears, welcome back to our previous class. How are you all my dears? Fine? Okay. Shall we start our today's class? Okay. So today we are going to start our 11th chapter, Care for Friends. Chapter 11, Care for Friends. Dear children, did you observe the picture? Okay, then say what is going on here? Yes, the children are playing on the ground, right? Okay, did any accident happen here? Yes, a boy fell to the ground and injured his leg, right? So my dears, what would you do if you witness such a situation? Yes, we help him to wash and medicate his wound, right? So my dears, we have to help others if they meet with accidents. Did you think what can be done in such a situation? Yes, so let's see how can we help others if they meet with accidents. At first, we have to provide proper first aid for the people who meet with accidents. Do you know what is first aid? Yes, first aid is the care given to a person who meets with an accident before he or she receives medical assistance. Once more dears, what is first aid? Yes, first aid is the care given to a person who meets with an accident before he or she receives medical assistance. So, if a person meets with an accident, first we have to give one proper first aid. Then we can take them to the hospital and then we can inform to the elders and concerned authorities to help the people when they meet with accidents. Okay my dears, did you understand? Okay, so now we know about first aid, right? Dear children, did you know what are the benefits of first aid? Okay, so let's see the benefits of first aid. First aid helps to reduce the intensity of injury. It enables the comfort of patients. It creates the confidence to care and it encourages healthy and safe living. Okay my dears, so these are the benefits of first aid. Okay, so now we have to discuss about the duties of a first aid provider. So now we know that first aid is the immediate help given to someone who is ill or injured. We have to be well prepared before we provide first aid for someone who meet with accident. So, some duties are assigned for a first aid provider. Okay, so let's see the duties. At first, we have to console the accident victim. That means to relieve the suffering of a person who is harmed or injured. Then we have to provide the proper first aid treatment. Next one is we have to provide medical assistance as early as possible. Okay my dears, did you understand about the duties of a first aid provider? So, we must have a clear idea about the first aid to be provided to the victim in each accident case. Okay, shall we move on to the next topic? So now we have to discuss about the first aid that are given for a wounded person. And before providing the first aid provider should wash the hands with clean water. Dear children, did you know why should the first aid provider keep his hands clean? Yes, if the first aid provider do not wash his hands with clean water before providing the first aid, the germs in his hand may enter into victim's body, especially in wounds, and it may lead to the infection of wounds, right? Okay, my dears, so let's see the first aid given for wounds. If the wound is minor, first of all, we have to clean the wound with pure water. Then we have to hold the wounded part high to reduce the bleeding. Next step is to hold the wounded part tightly with a clean cloth to prevent bleeding. Don't remove the blood clot from the injured part. If we remove the blood clot from the injured part, it causes bleeding. Do not leave the wounds open because it will cause the infection in the wounds. Next step is let the injured person be seated or laid comfortably if the injury is serious. Then take the injured person to the hospital as early as possible. Okay, my dears, so these are the first aid given for wounded person. Did you understand? Okay, so next we have to discuss the first aid given for nosebleed. First step is let the person sit leaning forward. Then press the tip of the nose with the thumb and forefinger. Next one is ask the person to breathe through the mouth. This may help to stop the nosebleed. Don't let the person to talk. And at last, provide medical assistance as early as possible. Okay, so these are the first aid given for a person who is suffering from nosebleed. Okay, my dears, did you understand? Okay, so now it's time for doing the activity. It's a small activity. The question is given in your textbook of page number 118. You have to write down the common accidents. One is done for you, fire burns. You have to write down the other accidents. Okay, my dears, today we started our new chapter, chapter 11, Care for Friends. Okay, dears, so now it's time for winding up our today's class. Thank you.